everybody, and welcome back to DMA Live here at twitch.tv/DanMetroArnold. I am Dan Metro myself, DMA, as I'm also known as, and we are here with a brand new stream week, and oh boy, 3 more streams filled with Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. Well, Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy is what I'm playing on the Switch, but specifically we're covering the first game and the second 2 episodes, I guess essentially 2 episodes, over the next 3 streams. So before I begin, I do want to give a quick highlight to the schedule this week, as I've made a last-minute change that I want to announce to you all right now. First and foremost, Thursday and Saturday, I will be splitting episode 3 of Apollo Justice Ace Attorney, that is Turnabout Serenade. The first half will start at 3 p.m. Central on Thursday the 15th. The second half will start same time on Saturday the 17th. The reason why I'm splitting that pace specifically is because it does tend to take about more along the lines of 8 to 10 hours to complete that, which is a little bit longer than the 6-hour blocks that I have available to stream. Other than that, I do have a couple other announcements that I would like to share with you all. Firstly, all of my stream notifications are on Mastodon right now, so make sure that you are following me at DanMetroArnold at tube.io, or at the very least, you are following the hashtags MILStudia, MILSTUDIA, or hashtag DMA Live. I will post under both of those as best as I can. Second major announcement is regarding the VODs channel, which is officially going to be seeing some content as of this week. Due to some technical difficulties, I've had some issues with the VODs from the last week, so I do have a note that I'd like to share on that. Due to technical issues, uploads for the streams of last week, February 9th, 10th, and 11th, will be posted later on this week once they are ready onto DMA VODs. The streams from this week, the 13th, 15th, 17th, and 18th, will be published as soon as they are available as well, but they will be posted after the other 3 streams have gone live. The exact time is still to be determined, but I'm shooting for sometime next week, February 19th through the 25th. So the last date to upload all of them would be February 26th. Outside of that, during my last stream, I did not have alerts on, but I did have one follow that I wanted to give a huge shout out to, and it was from none other than Lord Navasa. I want to thank you very much for the follow. I was unfortunately unable to make mention of that during the stream, as I had alerts off, but you are appreciated nonetheless. Everyone else here that is looking in the chat, make sure, of course, that you are sticking around for the continuation of this stream and all others, but making sure that you are followed onto the stream as well. We do have some follower incentives for the playthrough of Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy. Upon reaching 50 followers, we will play through the bonus episode of Ace Attorney Dual Destinies, which is Turnabout Reclaimed. Upon reaching 100 followers, we will play through the bonus episode of Spirit of Justice, Turnabout Time Traveler. And then if we reach 150 followers by the end of this playthrough, not only will we be covering both of those special episodes as well, but we will also have a dedicated stream on Easter Sunday where we react to the 2 exclusive episodes to the original Spirit of Justice game. Those are Asinine Attorney. So Phoenix Wright, Asinine Attorney, and Apollo Justice, Asinine Attorney. Other than that, it is my honor and a privilege to go ahead and switch things on over to our game here. And I will go ahead and get that muted right now. Switch back on over to the game stream, which is paused here for very intensive reasons. Also, my stream kit overlay may look a little bit odd. That is for reasons that I will show to you fairly soon. And yes, I did have 2 separate audio tracks for all of this because I wanted to make sure that I was listening to the music while I was on the other stream with you all. Alrighty. With that said, it is time for a Turnabout. We are loading in the save that we had from last time. Turnabout Corner. Investigation Day 1. Investigation Day 1, I guess, is the part that we are starting off of. Let us get right back into this adventure, shall we? Episode 2, Turnabout Corner. As long as we draw breath, the wheel of fate turns. Spinning big crimes and little crimes together. And when the wheel stops, you die. June 15th, 9:12 a.m. at the Wright & Co. law offices. Really? 2 months have passed since Mr. Gavin's arrest. My first trial, and I lost both my mentor and my job. Yeah, I'll admit it, I was screwed. But even when I hit bottom, I told myself I'd never come here, honest. Here being the legendary Wright & Co. law offices. Okay, Justice, time to stop trembling. Ah, you must be here for the interview. Right this way. Huh? Hello there, you found the right place. Welcome. What's with this girl? Well now, shall we begin? Begin? What? Right, first things first, any special talents? Talents? Yes, well, you must have at least one. Well, I guess... defending? Defending? Unusual talent, but it'll do. With a little jazzing up, of course. You think so? Let's give it a go, shall we? Huh? Go ahead, show me. Defend. Just give it all you got. Don't hold back now. What are you talking about? I can't just defend here. First lesson, a professional can perform anywhere. Thanks. We want people to be laughing with us, not at us. Thanks. But I'm not sure why they should be laughing at all. What? What exactly do you think you came here to do? What? Defend. No? Excuse me, but do you know where you are? Huh? The Wright & Co. law offices, right? Oh, I was afraid of that. Don't worry, you're not the first. Look, what's going on here? Who are you? I came here to meet with the person in charge. Well, you've apparently made no fewer than 2 mistakes. Mistakes? But I got a call from Mr. Wright this morning. Perhaps you should go read the sign out front again. What's there to read? Look, it says right there. Oh. Why does it say Wright Talent Agency? Welcome to the Wright Talent Agency, where you're always come to the right place. I'm Tracy Wright, CEO. I'm a magician. And a call came flooding back. The trial, that girl. Hello, sir. Please pick a card. That's right. She is my daughter. Trucy. Right. Here, check out our flyer. So, what's your name? Apollo Justice, attorney at law. So, leading off, this is Trucy Wright. As the name implies, she is Phoenix's daughter. I do apologize, I did not do this with the first case, as there really wasn't a whole lot to get into. But, this is going to be our pseudo-assistant for this game. Anyway, let's take a look around the Wright & Co., or formerly Wright & Co. law office first and foremost. Specifically with this particular plant that looks kind of interesting. Heck, don't touch Mr. Charlie! Mr. Charlie? He's been in this office much longer than I have. Daddy's mentor had a great fondness for Mr. Charlie. He's lived here since Daddy was a rookie attorney. Huh. Mr. Charlie. Right. Now I take care of him. Other than that, there's really not a whole lot else to look at, but there are props everywhere. First off, an old sepia-tinted photo of a man in a silk top hat. That's my favorite magician. I want to be just like him someday. Sure, nice. Guess it's good to have a role model, even if he's got to be well over 100. How rude! There are all sorts of strange paraphernalia sitting on top of the piano. Those are my magic props. Practice, practice, practice! Professional never leaves their first weapons far from reach. But you can't play the piano with all this junk on it. Oh, no one plays here anyway, and the neighbors complain. I guess Mr. Wright really can't play. Whoa! That fork is floating! Not. Why do you have a plate of plastic spaghetti here? Oh, there's a whole reason I became a magician. Do tell. I saw a plate just like that in a restaurant once. The floating fork looked so real. That's when I knew someday I'd make magic more amazing than that spaghetti. That's one of those hula hoop things everyone was crazy about way back when. Really? I had no idea these were that popular. Well, I'm not so bad with one myself, actually. Eh? I'm still learning. So, you can really make someone levitate with it? Show me. Huh? I have no idea how. It's just a normal hula hoop, isn't it? Of course it is, Apollo. Of course it is. That table doesn't look very sturdy. Well, you've never seen one of these. It's a magic table. So, like, you make this teapot disappear? So you might think, but that's not it. Before your very eyes, the contents of the pot change. From Earl Grey to Darjeeling. Kinda hard to see the difference, I think. And I think books. All these legal books must be Mr. Wright's leftovers. There's a lot of unrelated books in here, too. One trick a day, magic for idiots? You'd think a pro magician would aim a bit higher. Let's see here. Strange split block clears at me from the wall. This is one of those boxes for cutting people in half. Oh. Right off the gate, I messed up. Is this one of those boxes for cutting people in half? That's right! This cutting is used for an illusion called the zigzag. I've seen one on TV, but why is one just sitting here in your office? Oh, it's a little big for me, you see. So I'm using it as furniture. Hats on the top, shirts in the middle, and pants down below. I think it's a nice touch, don't you? It's not exactly what I call a welcoming decor. I think that is everything in the office to cover. Just want to make sure that I... Yep, alright. Look at that, and then let's have a little chat with Trucy. So, is this really a talent agency? You bet! Daddy started it 7 years ago when he quit law. Of course, we only have 2 people signed up right now. 2 people. Does that include you? Trucy Wright, magician extraordinaire. I've done a lot of stage shows, paid too. I'm a professional, you know. Right. Promise you'll come to one of my shows, okay? Let's see. Oh, and the other person our agency represents is Phoenix Wright, pianist extraordinaire. Your dad, in other words. Didn't he say he couldn't even play the piano? Well, our agency doesn't see that as a problem. Mind, there are many magicians who can't do magic. At least, you're optimistic, I'll give you that. Oh yeah, and yeah, the voices between the two are not exactly different. I do apologize in advance. It's really difficult for me to actually pull up an actual feminine voice, you know, because of reasons. So you're you're Phoenix Wright's daughter? That's right. After Daddy quit law 7 years ago, I promised I would keep him fed. So I'm kind of his sugar daddy. Get it? No. Though, why is that in there still? I thought that was gonna get cut, but okay. No. I'm in charge of this whole office, too. Pretty amazing for a young lass of 15, wouldn't you agree? That makes it even worse! 15? How old is Mr. Wright? Daddy? Oh, he's 33 this year. I'm sure there's a good explanation. I hope. Yeah, adopted. Anyway. Yeah, adopted. That's definitely the reason. Anyway, Phoenix Wright. About Mr. Wright giving up law. It was because of that incident 7 years ago, wasn't it? Huh? You know about that? Not the details. I remember the news, though. It was a big deal. So I hear. I was too young to understand what was going on. I'll ask Daddy about it next time I get a chance. Daddy, right. That reminds me, about Mr. Wright. He gave me a call this morning to come in. Daddy is not here right now. He's in the hospital. The hospital? Yeah, he's on strict bed rest until he gets better. What? Okay. Which hospital's Mr. Wright in? I'll pay him a visit. Oh, the Hickfield Clinic. It's quite close. Is it now? Oh, god damn it. Of course it's a Hickfield Clinic. Right, well, I'll be going now, and I'll, give this showbiz gig some thought, okay? Wait, I'll go with you! And with that, we move automatically to June 15th, 9:45 a.m. at the Hickfield Clinic. So, this is Mr. Wright's hospital.
Eh? Visitors item.
Yeah. Are you the doctor?
I am. Dr. Hickfield's name. Hey!
Good morning, doctor.
Oh, hi there, Tracy. Cute as ever. Hey!
Is this Daddy's room?
Oh, yeah. Except he's gone for a morning checkup. Be back soon. How are you, Miss Jersey? Got any place you'd like examined? Yeah.
Doctor, the nurse was looking for you.
Why, if it isn't the daddy of the cutest little thing in town. Guess I'll be off then. Later, Juicy.
Wow, what an odd bird that guy was. Morning. Didn't expect you so soon, Apollo. Mr. Wright. So, I believe from here we have, again, the same options as before. We can either... We can look around, but there's not really a whole lot for us to look around over here. But just to make sure... Yeah, there's not really much to see here. I think let's primarily talk with Phoenix at this time. First off, what happened? So, what happened? Who could have imagined it? Me, victim of a hit and run. A hit and... You were hit by a car? Oh, he tried to swerve. I'll give him that. You picture me tossed 30 feet through the air. Only stopping when my head hit that telephone pole. You hit a telephone pole with your head? Are you okay? Thankfully, my only injury was a sprained ankle. He really is as lucky as they say. Anyway, about Tracy. There's something that, well, just doesn't sit right. I just can't believe you have a daughter, Mr. Wright. And she's so big. Not that, but, you know what I mean. Oh, Trucy's still a child. Daddy, how many times do I have to remind you? I'm not a child anymore. But you'll always be Daddy's little baby girl to me, Trucy. My foot. I'm not buying it. Oh, something you should know about Trucy. She's a magician, right? She told me. Not a mere stage magician. She's a genius.
Ah, Daddy.
You'll soon come to appreciate her talent. You could just tell me things instead of insinuating them. So, why did you contact me? What could the Wright Talent Agency possibly want with me? No need to get picky now.
Hey, I didn't ask to be dragged in like this. Huh? But didn't you come into the office of your own free will anyway?
Well, yeah, of course. Help, we're in big trouble here at the office. Big! I thought someone was dying. So you don't think this is big trouble? My talent agency represents only 2 people, and one of them is in the hospital.
That's right, Daddy. How are we gonna pay this month's rent? And the groceries?
Yeah, that's the problem with such a tight operation. It's a symbiotic relationship. One of us falls, the other 2 must fall.
Hey, this isn't exactly a suitable conversation to be having with a 15-year-old kid.
In any case, if Apollo here can't help you, you'll have to transfer to new school. Again.
No, I can't. We just made friends. How could you do this to me? To us, Polly.
Huh? What? Now it's my fault. On that note, how about you come work for us? I've got the perfect client for you already lined up. A client? You mean I get to do my job? I get to defend in court? Alright, I'll hear what you have to say.
You got him, Daddy. Hook, line, and sinker.
Now it's time to reel him in. It's official. I'm scared. Yeah, don't be. You already know what this is going into. So, a little bit about our client.
Alright, so who exactly is this client?
Yes. Here, take a look at the map and I'll explain. Last night, I left the office just before 9 o'clock. I was going to that Inuit pasta joint, Alden Taves. I play a piano there, of course. And that's when it happened. The car sent me flying, nicked the telephone pole, and zoomed away. Creepy, huh? Just a tad. It's almost as creepy as hearing you tell a story like it was no big deal. The car sped off in this direction. So, good luck.
Huh?
You wanted a client, didn't you? Well, I'm your client. Find the guy who knocked me into that telephone pole.
Well, hold on! I'm a defense attorney, not a detective!
Don't worry. Once you found the guy, I intend to sue him. Then you can stick it to him in court.
I'm not a prosecutor either!
I'm sorry, but this is crazy. I'm going home. Don't get so worked up. It was just a joke.
Huh?
Oh, Daddy. Sorry, Paula. He just loves jokes, you know? Even the ones that aren't very funny. The real client should be stopping by the office any time now. The office? You mean the talent agency? No harm in going. It's not like I have anything else to do. One more thing. Ugh. Goodness. One more thing. Do look into my accident, too, would you? I'll mark the scene of the tragedy on this map. It's right in front of this park. Should be easy to find. Yeah, I bet. So, he's going to make me investigate this after all. Map added to the court record. Alright. So from here, I believe we have 2 different pathways, but I believe what I'm going to do is go right to... Nope, not that. I need to go move. Back to the Wright Talent Agency. Oh yeah. I guess we only have one path to go after all. June 15th, 10:05 a.m. Wright Talent Agency.
Hey, hey, hey! How long you planning on making me wait, eh? Ah, good morning. Hey there, Trucy doll. Sounds like your props had a bit of a rough spot, eh? All's well that ends well, I guess.
This is our client.
Hey, so is that Paulo fellow, eh?
God damn it, I cannot English tonight. I'm sorry about that.
Hey, so this is that Apolloville, eh?
Oh, yes. Apollo?
Look at him there, all crushed, like ready to fight.
Yes, sir. You don't mean that literally, do you?
Boss told you what I need, right? Don't let me down now, Apollo.
Don't worry about your defense, sir. I'm on it.
Defense? Your noodle half cooked? It's too late for defense. My castle's been stormed, my keep's been kept, my noodle stand's been stolen.
Noodle? You know Mr. Aldean from the noodle stand, don't you, Polly? No nicknames, please. And no, of course I don't know him.
You new in these parts?
Not really.
Then you know the best noodles in town, Eldon's Noodles.
Whose noodles?
My noodles, sir. Help me out here, Trissy doll.
That's Mr. Guy Aldean, our client. Maybe you can tell us what the problem is, Mr. Aldean. Oh, I missed an opportunity here. I'm going to stick with the voice anyway, because why not?
Anything for you, Trissy doll.
So, this apparently is our client, Guy Aldean, owner of a noodle stand the Phoenix goes to all the time. Let's have a little bit of a conversation with him, shall we? So, you run a noodle stand, Mr.
Aldean. Guy Aldean's the name. And noodles are my game. The secret's in the soup. I've been searching for the perfect soup for a year and a half.
Oh, that's not that long, really.
My family's been noodle men for generations. Got a lot of expectation on my shoulders. 15 fathers passed the noodle, 15 sons.
That's a pretty old noodle.
Aye, and fool lad I was. I pushed it away. I rebelled against my pops and picked another livelihood. But that didn't turn out so well.
Oh.
There was no denying it. Salty broth runs through these veins, boy.
So, it was like destiny that you became what you are.
Right, destiny's the word. Oh, I forgot it. But in the end, I was bound by the twisted noodle of fate.
Not a mental engine. Not a mental image I care to linger on.
So last year, I started my noodle stand. 15th generation of Eldon's Noodles.
About that. So tell me more about Aldean's noodles.
You don't know the genius that are my noodles? I make them so salty, why they're saltier than salt!
Now I really don't want to find out. Tiny's a regular at his noodle stand.
He frequented my pop's stand back during his attorney days, too. Yep, him and his assistant.
I'm sorry, I'll be sure to stop by your stand soon.
Wish you could, Sonny.
Eh?
Heck, I wish I could. I'd give anything for a bull bow now.
What do you mean?
It was stolen! My stand, gone!
Stolen? Stolen stand?
It was last night. I was doing my rounds, blowing my whistle.
It's like an ice cream truck's bell, but louder. He even gets complaints.
Now you're just trying to butter me up.
That sounded more like the blues than a whistle.
I closed up my stand for the night and parked by the house. Then this morning, dark and early, it was gone! My keep, my castle! Oh!
Maybe some bum carted it off? Just guessing here.
Well, I don't care who did it. Without that stand, I'm finished! All my noodle bowls were in there, too.
That's the saddest thing I've heard all day.
You know what? Anyhows, that's the deal. Good luck.
Huh? Wait, what exactly is your request?
My noodle stand, find it! And the day you bring my baby back is the day you feast on as many noodles as you want. Of course, I make it so hot and salty 2 bowls would kill a man. Then I'd really need defense.
Speaking of defense, that's what I do. I'm a lawyer, not a detective. This is where I live.
Well, this is where I live. You drop by if you need any info, okay?
Ooh, map updated.
Get it back today if you can, Paulo. I got noodles to make.
And off he goes. Well, things have certainly taken a turn for the bizarre. Traffic accidents and a noodle stand thieves. Actually, there was something I wanted to ask you about too, Apollo. Huh? I have a bad feeling about this.
Listen to the lady's problem now. Don't be cruel.
I lost something last night. That is, something that was stolen.
Hey, what's this? More thieving and skullduggery?
Well, someone stole a pair of my panties. What? Panties? Eh? Okay. Oh boy. This has suddenly gotten really odd. So they were, stolen your, my panties, yes. Right, panties.
That's a crying shame, that is, Trucy Doll.
I was alone in the office last night. I had hung my panties out the window there to dry. Then a thief came and took them, my favorite panties. I ran after him. Give those back, I shouted. Wait! Well, that was certainly brave of you. But I lost him. Without those panties, I don't know what I'll do.
Darn crying shame, yep.
Well, at least the scene of a crime is convenient. Literally right there. I'll mark it on your map.
I'll be heading home now. Remember, find my Stana or there's an empty bowl in your future, Paulo.
Right.
And you help Trucy Doll here too, you hear?
Things have certainly picked up, haven't they? We have no work yesterday, and now we have 3 cases. I guess. Let's see where we stand. Not in a courtroom, that's where. Well, the first item on our list, Phoenix Wright, Daddy's hit-and-run accident. We have to find the one who hit him. But who's going to pay us for this again? And the second item, Mr. Aldoon's request to find a stolen stand, for which we stand to gain a bowl of salty noodles. And the last request is mine, to find my stolen panties. And that bowl of noodles is looking better and better. Let's go, Polly, to the streets! Aren't you enthusiastic? How could I not be? Let's crack these cases, you and me. Guess we might as well get started. Let's see. Hit and run, stolen stand, and last but not least, stolen panties. So, time for us to sequentially find out about those cases in the exact order that they appeared in. So first and foremost, to the accident scene. So June 15th, accident scene. So this is where Mr. Wright got hit by that car? According to the map, this is the place. What a huge mansion. Apollo, there's a nice looking lady over there. Let's question her. Okay. I'm a little curious about the park over there too. Oh no. Excuse me, can we have a few words with you? You want something? Whoa, that... Oh. You want something? Whoa, that husky voice. Why am I suddenly sweating? That's quite a house you've got there. You must have a lot of money. Ooh, money sounded like something my son would call his friends. This is the Kentucky family mansion, little girl. You, kid with the hair. You want something? Me? No, not a thing. Bye. Apollo, we can't just leave without questioning her. What if she knows something? But the Kentucky family, they're the biggest organized crime syndicate in town. Oh, boy. I can already picture it now. I have a sneaking suspicion as to what they're involved in. Anyway.
If you're gonna ask something, ask it. You're the man enough.
What? Right. Hey, way to whip him into shape, ma'am. Does she know no fear?
I'm Plum Kentucky. Wife of the 4th head of the Kentucky family business. Friends call me Little Plum.
I'm Little Apollo Justice, attorney at law. Looks could kill. This woman would be a mass murderer by now. Get no shift! If looks could kill, Apollo would be a dead man. Anyway, I guess let's have a little chat because I don't think there's anything else we can do in the meantime. I guess we talk about the Katakis. Little Plum? That's a really cute name for someone so... Yes? Whoa! What is it, Apollo? How would you go through me when talking to her, okay, Trucy? Huh? That seems like a bit of a needless procedure. I'm a lawyer. I live for needless procedures.
Oh, little girl, you should know. We're gangsters.
Oh, that means you're the bad guys.
Trucy, through me, please. I'm begging you here. Bad guys, I like the sound of that.
I'm gonna need some warm tea after this. Yeah, I've got coffee already sitting here, and it's getting cold. I've got to put some creamer in, but anyway.
It takes a lot of hard work to protect a family fortune. Things aren't as easy when they used to be for us bad guys.
So, you're saying that business is in a slump? Let's not ask about business if we can help it, please. Last night's accident. So, there was supposedly a car accident here last night.
Last night?
Of course, you would know about it. Sorry to bother you.
Wait.
Yes?
You're talking about that man, aren't you? The one who flew 30 feet and just walked away?
That's my daddy!
I should have known. One of our capos thought he'd make a great point man.
One of our... What now? Capos? Thought he'd make a great point man? Okay, cool. Capo? Point man? Could you avoid using too much, industry lingo?
In any case, it's been nothing but trouble. I've been cleaning up this mess since morning. Bah!
Cleaning up this paint? A lot of paint. Was this paint spilled at the time of the accident?
It was around 9 last night. I heard a crashing noise and found your father drowning in a sea of paint.
You came to his rescue? So you came to his rescue?
You've my husband, the boss, to thank for that. The car that hit your father knocked over this paint, then turned the corner and sped away. We're in the middle of repainting our wall, you see.
I'm sure that dragon is glaring at me. Yeah, it is. But why are you out here cleaning it up?
What do you mean?
I mean, aren't you a gangster? Don't you have any goons to do your dirty work for you? Please, go through me when you want to.
Don't be such a stiff, lawyer boy. I suppose we gangsters do have a certain image.
Yes.
But we're community-oriented gangsters, you see. The boss likes to give back to the people, see?
How noble of him.
I availed myself of the public facilities to get rid of all the garbage. Now there's just a paint on the street to deal with.
Public facilities? I wonder if she means that trash can. Meanwhile, I believe... Oh! Right! After talking, we can pan right, and the whole scenery changes. Who's that? She's looking at the park. She's pretty. I bet she has a story, you know? There is something about her. Too bad she seems to be in a bit of a rush. Looks like there's some trouble by the park gate. I smell an incident.
Ma'am, there's no entry to the park. Now don't you tell me where I can't go, young fella. I always walk through this park on my way home.
Please, get down from there. You'll hurt yourself, ma'am. That's quite the determined old lady. Personally, I'm a little more interested in this park. You know what I think? I bet they're filming a movie. Let's go take a look. Maybe we'll see some famous.
Hey, miss, stay out of the park.
He got mad at me.
Did something happen here, officer? Huh? No, move along, nothing to see. Why don't you kids go play somewhere else? We're not kids and we're not playing. I'm an attorney.
Is something wrong?
Ah, Detective Sky. We're fine, ma'am. Nothing to report.
Detective? Detective Emma Sky? What? Why is she wearing a lab coat? You're hardly one to comment on how people are dressed. And these kids are?
Curiosity seekers, ma'am. They claim to be lawyers.
Ah, why don't you kids run along and play someplace else?
Look, we're not...
Or I might spill something on that pretty face of yours. Or I might spill something on that pretty face of yours. Want a dose of experimental... I'm not even gonna try that. Hydroxyclonodostres? Yeah, nope, not trying that. Want a dose of that? Nope. Come again? What's hydroxy stuff? Yeah, my thoughts exactly, Trucy. Whatever it is, it doesn't sound good. Let's go, Trucy. Try to keep out the riffraff if you would.
Yes, ma'am.
How are we going to get more information like this? What if we ask that nice woman across the street? Oh yeah, the nice woman. Well, there's no... What? Oh. Let's take a look inside that trash can. There's a big trash can on the way into the park. I guess we could check it out. Detective's life sure is a hard one. I'm an attorney, Huh? Two pieces of garbage with paint on them. These are slippers. They look like those slippers you get at the hospital. Look at this, Apollo! Doesn't this go on a car? The side view mirror. Looks like it was torn off when it smacked into something. Or someone. Wait, you don't think... I do. This could be from the car that hit Mr. Wright. Wow, he took off his mirror? I never knew Daddy was so strong. I only have room in my pocket for one of these, though. Which do you want to take? Let's take the mirror. Yours into pocket. Anyone to talk to? Okay, no one to talk to on that side, so I guess we need to jump back and... yeah, talk to Plum for a better idea of what is happening in the park. Can I ask you a question? What? Oh, wow. What happened in the park across the street?
Oh, yes, quite the commotion. Chicago lightning, as the boss would say.
Chicago... huh? Gunfire.
Someone was killed. Strange circumstances, too.
You're kidding.
What a morning. Trouble everywhere. The park, the gate, even our house.
Did something happen at your house, too?
A crime without honor, without remorse. It's a private matter. Want to hear about it?
Somehow, I don't think no is an acceptable answer, Polly. Yep. Neither do I. So, what happened at your house?
Bloomers last night.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Me, little Plum Kentucky. Me, little Plum Kentucky, the victim of a panty snatcher.
What? So it wasn't just my panties that were stolen.
Got you too, did they? Poor thing. Like I said, whoever did this is a hardened criminal. Wasn't you, was it?
No, of course not. Mercy.
I've heard word that panties have been disappearing lately. And the missing panties have all something in common.
It's hard to imagine Trucy's and Miss Kataki's panties having much in common. I just imagined Mrs. Kataki's panties. Oop. I
know, we'll find your bloomers too. Great, show me what you're made of.
What have you got me into this time, Trucy? That girl from before.
Oh, welcome home, sweetie.
Hello, Mother. She's Kentucky, too?
Miss.
Hmm? Here, our flyer. The Wright Anything Agency. Anything Agency?
Yeah, do you like the new flyer?
So, this is our defense attorney, Mr. Apollo Justice. Attorney?
Drop by our office. We'll be in waiting.
Goodbye. Uh-oh. Why didn't you give her our flyer?
I don't know. She seemed like she could use some help.
She's the heiress to a gangster dynasty. She doesn't need our help.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Huh? Well, we've suddenly become Wright & Clow Law Offices to Wright Talent Agency to now Wright Anything Agency. I guess there's nothing else for us to do right now but to go to the stand theft scene. So, what is this place?
This would be Mr. Eldon's house, silly.
Oh, so this is where his stand was stolen from. I can see a piece of evidence lying on the ground already. Ooh.
Hey! Look, there's a police car parked over there.
You're right. What's with the sparkly entrance? What is this place? A hospital? There's a sign. Ractus Clinic.
Oh, that's where the thief went.
The thief?
The one who snatched my panties. He ran into this clinic last night.
Wait, maybe that police car is here to find my panties. I doubt it.
Well, there's only one way to be sure. Let's investigate.
Ah, there you are, Sonny. Well, you find anything yet?
No, not yet.
Longer you left around here, the saltier your victory bowl gets. Just remember that.
This bowl of noodles is sounding less like payment and more like punishment. So let's take a little chat with Guy, and hope my voice holds up in the process. Starting off with Eldon's Noodles instead. So your stand, Eldon's Noodles, was it?
Aye, passed down from father to son. That stand's seen its share of salt, Salt runs in the family, you might say.
I bet high blood pressure does too. So, your stand Eldon's Noodles was stolen. Yeah, okay.
Well, it wasn't just a stand that was stolen, sonny boy. I lost those wobbly wheels, my soul-crusted stew pot, and my stained stands. I didn't just lose a stand, I lost a legend.
No one steals a legend and gets away with it on my watch. Let's find that legend, Apollo.
Isn't it about time he bought a new one anyway? Are there any more details you could give me about the stand?
You bet, sonny boy. It happened last night. I was blowing my whistle like always, crying the town I was. The smell of broth filled the streets, thick and salty. I got home, well, right before 10 p.m., I reckon.
Guess he's not aiming for the last night market.
I washed my bowls and gave the wheels a squirt of grease. Then I went inside.
When did you notice it had been stolen?
Early this morning, before the sun rose. Work starts early.
Do that many people eat noodles for breakfast?
I'm washed up on the salty shores of your nation. That stand had my whole life in it. Nay, my whole being.
They took everything?
All my soup stock, my noodles, my bowls, and my dreams.
At least they left one bowl. Look, there on the ground.
If you don't find that stand today, then I'll be forced to walk the streets peddling that bowl, my last bowl.
Please, I'm under enough pressure here as it is. it. That's where the thief who snatched my panties ran to.
It's a crying shame, that is. They have to steal, making my loincloth, not some pretty girl's panties.
Garage, right. You don't think the thief lives here, do you?
Heh. I wouldn't put it past that good-for-nothing doctor.
I detect a little animosity here. Let's make sure to check out that garage thoroughly. Okay, but meanwhile, let's take a look at a couple things first. Starting off with this bowl down here on the ground. Is this yours, Mr. Eldown?
Hey, that there's a heart and soul of Eldon's noodles. The bowl absorbs my salty soup. Pretty spoon, it's gonna taste just like noodles.
Wow, it does smell like noodles.
All my other bowls got taken away with my stand. Get it back for me, sonny boy, I'm begging ya.
Okay, we'll add it to the court record. And anything else? Oh, little doggo? Little doggo? Look, a doggy! Good boy, Salty. I'm sure the dog has a real name, Trucy.
Yep, sure does. Name's Spoon. And it's a she, by the way.
Spoon doesn't seem so lively.
She didn't get her bowl of salty broth this morning, that's why. Poor old thing.
Hollow, let's find that stand soon, for Spoon's sake. I saw that joke coming, and yeah. Still laughing at it. I'm pretty sure dogs aren't supposed to eat noodles. You know, it's broth. What the frost? Huh. I understand if there was an ambulance outside, but a police car? Maybe they're tax evaders. Sorry, miss. No going into the clinic today. Did something happen? Huh? Oh, no. Nothing to see here. Move along. You'll have to find someplace else to play doctor. Do we look like the right age to be playing doctor? We need a little more info on this Mercatus clinic. You could ask Mr. Aldoon. He is their neighbor and all. And we should check out that garage. What if the thief who stole my panties is still in there? Guess... yeah. Have a little chat with the guy about the clinic. Hey, you don't think something happened next door? There's a police car out front.
Heh, probably gave someone food poisoning, I'll bet.
If anyone's at risk of giving someone food poisoning...
That police car got here this morning, actually. I asked what they were up to, but they wouldn't even tell me, the neighbor. Heh. Not that I was surprised much. The doctor works for the wrong crowd. It was just a matter of time before he got what was coming for him. Heh.
The wrong crowd?
Never you mind about that.
Okay. That doorway sure is sparkly. The Maractus Clinic, huh? Looks more like a casino parlor than a hospital. It must be quite profitable. Funny, it looks closed. Maybe they're on vacation today? Looks like they have a special offer going on. 3 shots for the price of 1. Woo, now's our chance, Apollo! Chance for what? I don't need any shots, thank you. Whoever runs this clinic, they seem pretty business-minded. Yeah, I'll bet. You know what I also bet? I also bet, yep, my hour timer is still on, and it just literally ran off. Okay, cool. I thought I'd set that for 90, but okay, never mind. We are now an hour into stream, thankfully. And let's go into the garage as best as we can. June 15th. Maractus Clinic Garage. This is the place. This is where the panty snatcher ran. Are you sure?
Maybe. Let's look for clues. Clues to a panty snatching. Clues like a pair of panties.
Trucy? Could you try not saying panties so many times? Yeah, I agree. It's a little awkward there. There's no... Okay, I'm turning the right stick. I keep wanting to do left and right for, like, moving. That's why the core record keeps popping up randomly. But it's actually the right stick instead of left and right. But we've got... Looks like we've got this car. We've got... Woo, kitty! I just noticed a kitty. Hey, kitty cat! Here, kitty kitty! Meow! Aw. It's not coming down. Well, we do look kind of suspicious, you have to admit.
It's okay, kitty cat. His hair won't hurt you.
It's okay, kitty cat. She won't make you disappear in her hat. Hey, kitty. Looks like a tuxedo, too. I kind of like tuxedo cats. They look so majestic. Anyway, tangent aside, for achievement. Look, it's a folding ladder.
Polly, that's called a step ladder. Come on.
A step ladder? How is that different from a regular ladder, then?
It's a much more complex piece of machinery. It's like two ladders stuck together.
So you admit that it's a ladder, right?
Wait, huh?
You have to look past the form at the essence of the thing.
Can we talk about something else?
Yep, I agree. Maybe look inside the box?
Eek! Someone's there!
Oh, it's just a gold-painted human skeleton. Just a human skeleton and painted gold? There's a mannequin hand waving to us from the box behind the skeleton. This place just screams hospital storage, don't you think? It screams something, that's for sure. Anyway. Alright, I've had enough toying around. Time to get to the elephant in the room. Well, there's something about this car. Let's take a closer look. Ooh. First off, pink thing under the car looks like a cell phone. Look, a cell phone. Someone dropped it beneath this tire. If the car moved, it would be crushed for sure. I wonder if it belongs to the doctor here.
We should bring it to him later.
Found in the Maractus Clinic. Garage beneath a car. Who could have dropped it? I have a bad feeling that that's going to be a setup for a bit that I just don't know. I'm also going to go look over here. I'll get to the tailpipe in a little bit. Hey, look at that! The mirror's been broken off. Now this is a clue. What? You smell like you know something I don't. You aren't keeping a clue for me, are you, Polly? A clue? Let's see. I think I do have just the clue you've got in mind. Take that! My clue is this.
Wow, it's the same color, size, and everything. It's a perfect match.
Guess we could check it out.
It's a piece of garbage with paint on them. Look at this, Apollo. Doesn't this go on a car?
It's a side view mirror. It looks like it was torn off when it smacked into something or someone. Well, it looks like we've just solved the case.
So the car that hit Daddy last night
is sitting right in front of us. Yep.
Wow, you put the pro in professional, Apollo.
Gee, thanks, Trucy. And look at this. That reminds me. I once read a record of a case that Mr. Wright worked on many years ago. Apparently there was this car with a piece of cloth shoved in the tailpipe. The piece of cloth turned out to be a vital clue to solving the case.
Wow! I remember the case record whenever I'm checking out a car.
And I always check the tailpipe. Everyone's gotta have a hobby, I guess. Wouldn't it be funny if... Hey! There's something in there! What? Wait a second. Are these your... Ah! My panties! What? Already? Wow, thank you, Apollo. You're a genius. Amazing. No, really, don't mention it. No, I'm serious. I'm really impressed. You must have a nose for finding girls' panties. Do you... What are those? My little panties, of course. They've come home to Mama. I can't wait to use them. You're going to put them on now? Watch closely now. You see? Nothing in the panties. Ta-da! Whoa! Where'd that come from? How'd the bolt get in your panties? My panties are an extra-dimensional space. Anything can fit in there. They're my magic panties. It's one of my best tricks. Magic panties? They love them over at the Wonder Bar. I do shows there nightly. You mean those panties are a prop? You could have told me a little sooner! Okay, well, at least we've got that. And I've got an angry cat at my door, by the way. So I do apologize. Give me a second here. Ready. Trucy's panties put discreetly away into Trucy's pocket. Please do. Well, that's one case closed at least. What are you saying? We still have to catch the sly devil that ran off with the tool of my trade. Oh, right. Apollo! Huh? What is it? Now that we've solved this case, we should go report to Daddy. He'll mope if we leave him alone too long, knowing him. Okay. He doesn't seem the type to mope, though. And this is hardly a case worth reporting. And I believe what I'm going to do is head on over to a quick intermission screen. Because I've got an angry panther that I need to go sort out. So I do apologize for that, everybody. I was expecting to get through all of this investigation before we had to take our first intermission. I will be right back. I've got to go sort out a panther. And let's see if I can get the chat open here so I can make a note of that as well. I will be back in just a little bit. Alrighty, I guess I get to test out this script while I am coming back here. So this is the part where I would read off any alerts if I have any, but I do not have any new alerts this time around. So let's get into my script here. Schedule for the rest of this week. Tonight we are going to play through all of Chapter 2 of the Apollo Justice trilogy. Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Turnabout Corner is the second episode of 4. Then on Thursday and Saturday, I will be splitting episode 3, Turnabout Serenade, into 2 different parts. The reason being is because, again, it does take a little bit longer to get through that specific part. So we're going to have Day 1 investigation, Day 2 trial and investigation all happen all on the first stream, the 15th, and then the 17th we'll pick up right where we left off with Day 3 and the 2 trials, former and latter, of that. After that, the 18th, we'll be returning to some Minecraft Survival Sunday. That stream will be starting at 2 p.m. I forgot to mention the start times for the other 2 streams. Turnabout Serenade will start both days, 15th and 17th, at 3 p.m. Central, and we'll just go until that half of the chapter is finished. And then Minecraft Survival Sunday, we're going to go and start at 2 p.m. Central. We're going to go for at least 3 hours, but we might go a little bit longer depending upon how I'm feeling. Also, another update on the VODs in case people are just tuning in. Due to technical issues, uploads for streams last week, February 9th through the 11th, will be posted later on this week once ready on DMA VODs. This week, we will have the VODs published on the DMA VODs channel onto YouTube sometime next week or before February 26th. I'm going week as in February 19th through the 26th as well. Beyond that, I do have one additional shout out for the stream, and that shout out is to all of our lurkers that are out there. For those of you who are lurking, I do want to thank you very much, of course, for your love and support. I don't usually get an opportunity to say it, but, well, I believe that command is on there. No, it's not. I do appreciate the lurking and you doing whatever it is that you do. We're also going to do a quick little check here. And with that, I believe we are ready to resume. We are picking up still at the garage, but we are about to move to the Hickfield Clinic. So we'll get that all set up and out of the way. Let's get back on over here, where we shall continue with our investigation. Here. I was reminded that I have to go to the Hickfield Clinic through the Wright Anything Agency. So there we go. June 15th, Hickfield Clinic. Yo, how goes it? Daddy, how do you feel? Not bad, Trucy, not bad. It's good to have you youngins on the case. Let's old Daddy get some rest, some... I cannot read tonight. God dang it. That's like the 3rd or 4th time. Let's old Daddy-o get some well-deserved R&R. Elderly need their rest. Isn't he only 33? We cleared up most of the cases. I was right about you. Competent, capable. Tell me what you find out if you want to. Your enthusiasm is overwhelming. Progress report, first and foremost. Well, I certainly didn't expect you back this early.
Polly's amazing! He found my panties so quick! Almost like he was the one who stole them.
You have an interesting concept of praise. And? Did you find the mad driver who gave me the 30-foot toss?
Apparently, it was a doctor from the Maractus Clinic.
Maractus, eh? I've heard of him. Nothing good, mind you.
That reminds me, a police car was parked outside the clinic. Maybe something happened?
What is this Maractus Clinic, anyway? All I've heard are the rumors. That clinic's been making good money. In a bad way.
Bad?
Ties to organized crime, the Kentucky family.
The Kitaki family?
I swear he did that on purpose. Some injuries you can't take to a public hospital, see? They use the Maractus Clinic for their patch-up jobs.
Interesting. It looked like something happened in the park.
A body was found there in unusual circumstances.
Something more unusual than being dead?
It's not our concern in any case.
Right, let's ignore that and find the noodle stand.
Whatever happened to professional curiosity? Thanks, really. If I get tired of sleeping, maybe I'll head down to this Maractus place. Maybe hit him up for some reparations. A little legal action would do me some good.
I was wondering when I get paid. We solved the case of your accident and found a missing article of clothing. My panties!
That leaves the noodle stand. Feel free to drop in if you get stuck. I'd be happy to help with anything not involving money. Goodbye, quid pro quo. Hello, pro bono.
Right, back to the office to plan our next move.
I guess... Yeah, Trucy's right. Back to the agency. June 15th, Wright Anything Agency. Okay.
You're the woman from the Kentucky place. Yes. I knew it! Something's the matter and you want our help, right? Well, you've come to the right place. This way, please. Thank you. My name is Lita Tiana. I have a request.
Oh boy. Why do I have a bad feeling about this? Your request. Let me guess. Something's been stolen?
Your flyer. It says now defending, so I thought...
What? You mean you want me to defend you? Me?
Maybe you can tell us what happened? Were you hit by a car? Did someone steal your stand or your panties? No. I'm not the client, actually. The client would be my fiancé, I suppose you'd call him.
Fiancé? What happened to him then?
He was arrested this morning. The charge was murder. Murder?
Have you heard about what happened at the park? Oh, no. I should have known. Alright, let's start with your story first, because I know this is going to be important. So, what's your story? You frequent the Kentucky Mansion, yes? Are you a member of their, organization?
No, not yet.
Not yet?
You see, I'm to be married next month to the boss's son.
Boss's son, so he's, a gangster.
Yes, but the Kentuckians are locally responsible gangsters. I thought it'd be nice for a change. Quit my boring job, live a good gangster life. I think you're onto something, Mrs. Kentucky. I like the sound of that.
I'm not sure your daddy would care much for that. What happened?
What
haven't been told all the details, but I do know a body was found in the park, near the Kentucky mansion. There were a lot of police cars there. Apparently, the victim was shot with a pistol, but I hear the circumstances of the shooting were rather unusual. And your fiancé was arrested for this. What sort of person is your fiancé? Right into it. Your fiancé is the Kentucky family's only son, correct? His name's Waki. Son of a blaze, I knew it! Waki Kitaki! I brought a photo. I'm sorry. I need to put a pause on this because I just lost it already. Okay, full disclosure. I do read Strategy Wiki, and I do have the elements of everything on my side. But even so, I still find that absolutely hilarious, because I don't read everything, because I want some things to be an actual surprise. This is the only game of the trilogy that I don't know anything about. Or know the least about, actually. But, I guess... okay. Now that I've had a chance to take a breather, let's continue. Yep, we're paused. Well, that's quite the photo. I know. Oh, he can be powerful and menacing, but so cute. But if he is a boss's only son... Yes, I'm sure he'll take his father's place someday. Say, I'm a boss already of this agency. Please help my Waki, please. Right, my first solo defense case. Crime boss's son or not, I'll prove he's innocent. I prepared a letter of request. I know you need those. Letter of request from Alida Tiala for the legal defense of her fiancé Waki Kitaki. Letter of request added to the court record. Right, let's go check out the scene of the crime. Okay. I know there's a whole joke about doing this, but, you know, I'm not going to do that because it's kind of irresponsible of me. We can go now to the detention center if we really want to. Or we can go... back to the mansion, over to Eldunes. Okay. Do I want to go to the detention center, or do I want to go to the mansion? Survey says mansion first. Alright. Might as well. June 15th, Kentucky Mansion. So this is it. My first murder crime scene. Ah! It's you kids again. Oh. It's you kids again. Look, can't you find some other place to play? We're not playing. We're investigating. Aren't we, Apollo? Sir, I have a letter of request here. Letter of... Huh? Why does it say hit request on it? Miss Tiala must have used the Kitaki stationery. Excuse me, coming through. Ah, it's you, Mr. Gavin! Who's this guy? I must say, I'm used to being inspected by the ladies, but this is the first time I felt this way with a man. Mr. Gavin? Ah, Fraulein, what is a sweet morsel like you doing in such a dismal place? Can I help? Yes! The policeman officer fellow here won't let us in. We even have a letter of request. You must be exhausted standing out here. I will take you to the scene of the crime. Oh, really? By your leave, officer. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Very well. This way, Fraulein. Whee! Hey, what about me? Yep, that's what I figured. It's People Park. People Park. On that note, enjoy your investigation.
Thank you. We will see you again.
Ask the wind, Fräulein. I'll be riding on it. Who was that?
Eek! Apollo, look! A corpse!
What? Hey, it's just a mannequin.
Wow, sure got me.
Ahem. May I ask exactly what it is you're doing here? Oh, it's you. How did you kids get in here?
Oh, this guy. Well, he was more like a prince, really. He let us in.
Him again. That glimmer spot always getting in my way. Anyway, this scene is off limits. Excuse me? We have a letter of request. One moment. Why is she holding that big magnifying glass? I recognize that handwriting anywhere. Scientific analysis says this was written by Alita Tiala. Thanks. Took you 30 minutes to figure that out? So, what's up with the mannequin there? It's taking the place of a body, preserving the scene of the crime as it was found. The body was pulling the stand? So you're a defense attorney, are you? Detective Emma Sky. I'm in charge of this crime scene. She doesn't seem that happy about it. She doesn't seem that happy about many things. I trust you know how to stay out of the way. I always carry 2 pairs of handcuffs, just in case. Yeah, Okay. So, Emma Sky is familiar in the original Ace Attorney trilogy. In one particular episode, we help her big sister, who's the chief prosecutor, out with an unrelated incident. Apparently, she is now an actual detective. If you can't figure it out, this is the same character. There we go. From Strategy Wiki, this is the same character that was in Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney bonus episode, Rise Against the Ashes. Learn more about her character. Difference is, she's now a detective and her mood went down because of who she works for now. But if you're expecting Gumshoe, well, not this time. Let's start by having a little chat with Emma, particularly about the case. Detective Sky? Quiet, please. It's snack time. Uh-oh. We're not making much progress here. She must not be very busy. I never seem to get a lucky break. Back after 9 years, and they won't give me the position I requested. And then I hear he gave up the defense attorney life. He? Who's he? An ex-defense attorney? Well, I doubt we're going to get much out of this right now, so let's... Nope, not talk. Let's examine that stamp. That looks E-L-D-O-O-N. Hey there, no messing with a crime scene. Well, we need to investigate. Apollo, look, that stand. It says Eldoon. I've noticed. Well, we solved the case of the missing stand at least. Though the circumstances could stand to be better. I guess we're not allowed to do any other examining? You with the trash bin? Nope. Nope! Never mind. Investigations are to be carried out by professionals, scientifically. She's not gonna let us check out the crime scene, is she? Hey, Apollo, my very unscientific analysis tells me something here is very suspicious. I think I know what you mean. It's kind of hard not to notice, but I already looked at it. But I better check out what we came here to find, at least. Already did that. But let's go one more over. And I guess we need to go all the way back to Hickfield Clinic, don't we? I think we might want to talk to Phoenix. Ah, you're back. Run into some problems?
Oh, Polly, didn't you want to tell Daddy something?
Who? Me? No, I'm fine. Really. What's this? So, is there a problem? No, no problem, actually. I got a defense request. A defense request? That is a problem. Huh? I've given up the court. I'm not a lawyer anymore.
The request was for me!
Oh, right. You're a lawyer, aren't you?
He's doing that on purpose. I know it.
Let's have a little chat about murder, first and foremost. So, what about this defense request? It's related to the murder in People Park, actually.
Guess what? We found Mr. Elgin's noodle stand at the scene of the crime.
Did you now? That's unusual indeed. Never heard of a noodle stand being used as a murder weapon.
I think the murder weapon was something else.
You mean you don't know what the murder weapon was?
That funny detective lady won't let us on the scene. What kind of detective wears a lab coat anyway?
A lab coat? Didn't think she'd be involved with this. You know her? You could say that. So, you know her, don't you? I met her on a case, about 10 years ago. She was still a high school student at the time.
That would make her about the same age as me. That's my daddy. He knows all the police types. Oh, wait, maybe you know that other guy, too.
That other guy?
That shiny prince on the motorcycle.
Prince? Apollo, tell me about this Prince of Trucy's. Indulge concern, Father.
He was at the crime scene. He looked just like Mr. Gavin.
Did he now? You know him? My guess is he's Christoph Gavin's younger brother.
His brother?
We're acquaintances, after a fashion. Clavier Gavin, rock and roll god incarnate. Rock and roll god incarnate.
Clavier. What a lovely name. He's so dreamy.
I didn't know Mr. Gavin had a brother.
What was he doing out there?
I have a feeling you'll be crossing paths again soon. Now, what was the problem again? Having trouble investigating the crime scene in the park.
Yeah, the detective woman let us.
Go to the office. Under the silk top hat, you'll find a bottle of white powder. Try taking that to this detective. White powder? I hope it's not what I think it is. Just take it to her. It'll be fine. You'll see. Oh, and tell her I said hi.
Okay, we're gonna take the definitely not cocaine over to Miss Sky, the detective.
Okay.
Go back and take a look underneath the top hat, which is now turned red. So this must be the silk top hat Mr. Wright mentioned. Let's take a closer look. Huh? Well, you know what this is, Trucy. I remember finding some in Daddy's dresser when I was little. I thought it was sugar, so I licked it. He got mad at me.
This is getting more and more suspicious.
Yep. This is mysterious white powder with the alleged ability to improve Detective Sky's mood. I just love that. Love that description. For those that know, you know, but for those that don't, that is definitely not cocaine. I'm just running with a joke for the sake of the bit. That is actually something that will be relative to our investigation here in a little bit. Let's go talk to that detective. She's sure to know what that white powder is.
Yep, she will indeed. And the best way to move back to People Park is through Kentucky Mansion.
And we have to present white powder over to Detective Sky.
Does this ring any bells?
Ah! Is that... It couldn't. Where'd you get that?
I brought it from the office.
You work at the Wright & Co. law offices, yes?
Yeah, sort of. Detective Sky, how do you know my daddy? Daddy? I'm sorry, who do you say you were? Choosy Wright, Phoenix Wright's daughter. What? Mr. Wright has a daughter? I know. Such a surprise. You seem shocked. Well, if you're Mr. Wright's daughter and you're his apprentice, then I'm available to help you in any way that I can. Oh, thanks. You can start from not calling me Mr. Wright's apprentice. This powder is used for detecting fingerprints. Fingerprints. I guess you might call it a memento from the time I spent with Mr. Wright. Why powder memories? You had to say that, didn't you? If you find any evidence with fingerprints on it, please let me know. We'll dust for prints. Well, she's quite the eager beaver of all of a sudden. Yeah, whenever she gets into forensics, she's always like that. Anyway, let's see if we can now finally talk to her about the case. The report came in late last night. The body was found much as you see it now. Except it was a real body. But why? Why was the body pulling a noodle stand? If I knew the answer to that, I wouldn't still be here. Well, what was the cause of death? Bullet went to the temple. He was shot by a pistol. Pistol? Not the easiest thing to come by in this day and age. Unless you're a cop or a gangster. Incidentally, the victim's name was Palmrectus. Ooh. I just received the autopsy report, in fact. Oh. Uh-oh. I mean, really, what's up with this case? It's enough to make me want to run off, pulling a mysterious noodle stand behind me. Not so mysterious, actually. We should tell her, Apollo. After all, we know where the stand came from. A likely story. I didn't come here to play games, you know. Actually, we do know where the noodle stand came from. Noodle stand's owner is... Take that! Guy Eldoon. Who's the old guy? This is the proprietor of Eldoon's Noodles, Mr. Eldoon himself. He's famous in this part of town. Not bad. I guess Mr. Wright picked the right kids for the job. That saved me a lot of work. Thanks. Phew. Alright. Well, the victim died pulling the noodle stand, so... What sort of person was the victim, anyway? You mean, what did he do? He was a doctor. A doctor? I'm starting to see a connection here. Yeah, I see it too. I saw it in the rearview mirror like 6 miles back, trust me. As soon as I read the last name, it was like, yep, ding, 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 we have a winner. Who, me? I'm just a supervisor for this crime scene. Detective Sky. I was out of the country for a while. I came back to be a forensic scientist. Woo! What are you studying abroad? Something like that. I was studying in Europe. Forensic sciences, mind you. But when I got back here, they threw me in criminal affairs, just like that. Why didn't you just become a forensic expert in Europe? Well, I suppose that was an option, but I had a lot of favors to repay to people back here. Favors? Wasn't she in high school when she left? What? What's to look for? I was involved in an incident before I left. But Mr. Wright and his people helped me out. I owed them. Really? I had no idea. If she's been out of the country for a while, she probably doesn't know about Mr. Wright's current, state of affairs. Defendant. Could you tell us a bit about the defendant? He's the only son of the Kataki family, yes? Wagi Kataki. I don't know if he's the boss's son, but he's certainly throwing his weight around. Violently, in the detention center. I see. Why was he arrested in the first place? You are a defense attorney, aren't you? You're not his by any chance? Actually, yes, I am. Well, we have a witness to the moment of the crime. Eh? The witness called the police. They'll be testifying during the trial tomorrow. What? Could you tell us a bit more about the victim? Well, let's see. Apparently he's a physician at the clinic in the area. Quite well off, too, from the sound of it. And the clinic's name is the Maractus Clinic. Maybe that's why the cop car was parked there. What? You've been to the clinic? Yeah, though on a related issue. I told the detective about the case of the stolen noodle stand. I see. So that means Dr. Maractus stole the stand and pulled it all the way here? That would seem to be the case. But why? Don't ask me. Talking. Now can we finally examine the goddamn trash can, please? Thank you. Oh yeah, I want to see if there's anything different here. This is Mr. Eldoon's noodle stand, obviously. It does say Eldoon in big letters, doesn't it? And that mark on his paper lantern there looks familiar. It's going to be a little weird telling him about the corpse and all. Anyway, that wraps up 3 of our cases. That's right! Congratulations, Apollo! And leaves us with 1 case that's worse than all 3 put together. Murder. Alright, anything about the body? This mannequin is dressed up to look like a police officer. I've seen one of those at the station. Mannequin in place of a body. The body of the victim has already been removed. Do you think the victim was the noodle stand thief? What, do you think someone killed him because he stole it? Yeah! Taking care of business, little Plum Kentucky style. But try not to sound too eager about that, please. I see a knife there, but I'm gonna talk about that later. Well, there's gotta be a good clue or 2 around here. You and your trash cans. Go ahead, knock yourself out. Please, can't you see I'm doing my... Huh? Look! Another pair of underwear. Wow, Apollo, you're a genius at finding panties. Stop saying that. Wait, these aren't... They're not mine. Could these have been stolen too? Rumors added to the court record. Oh boy. I can only surmise who those belong to. Maybe the tarps on the ground? The tarps been placed on the ground around the stand. Apollo, I bet the victim was going to have a picnic here. I guess he could have eaten all the noodles he wanted. Don't touch those! Those are preserving the crime scene. Oh, I guess the police put these tarps here after all. Whoops. Alright, time for the thing. It's a knife. A shiv, to be precise. Ooh, lingo! The defendant, Walkie Kitaki, is the son of a known gangster. The police are assuming this belongs to him. Wait, but wasn't the murder weapon a pistol? Huh? Look at this. There's a handprint on the shiv. A handprint? That might be a fingerprint. Let's investigate. Ooh. Right. First, choose the fingerprint you want to examine. Choose a fingerprint. Look closely at the handle. See? There's more than one fingerprint there. And those black spots? That's right. Pick the one you want to analyze. Well, none of these look fairly dark enough to be worth analyzing. There's nothing on that side, so I guess... Well, I guess the only thing we can do is that one. Right, let's get detecting. Wow, she's practically glowing with excitement. First, sprinkle some aluminum powder over the print. With a press of A, like this. See? Oil left by the print absorbs the aluminum powder. So you just dust it on, and blow it off. Blow? It's like whistling. You know how to whistle, don't you? Just use the button and... Wow, amazing! Just like magic! Isn't it, though? Right, let's give it a shot. Incidentally, it's important that you cover the entire fingerprint with the powder. So we've come to the point of this session where we're going to be doing a lot of button mashing here. Right. I swear, if any of you guys make any jokes about fingerprints, I'm not doing that. Good. Clear. Quite impressive. Next, match the print. The police office has samples, so you can tell whose finger this print belongs to. That doesn't sound as much fun, actually, finding the print. Okay, pick the person whose print you think this is. You probably have a good idea whose knife this is already. Yeah, I figured. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yep, 14, 16, yep, perfect match. So the fingerprints do belong to the defendant. Yes, isn't it amazing? The power of science, it's my life. Apollo, she's sparkling. And I'm dimming. Look, Sharp, spirits up. The real fight is yet to come. Chin up, Polly. Trial hasn't even started and I'm already losing this. The knife has been added to the court record. So, have you met the defendant? No. Visiting hours are almost over at the detention center. I might think about wrapping up here and heading over. Good idea. I don't know what good it will do. We have a witness and a knife with prints. Haven't mentioned I've got a bad feeling about this? Don't worry, it's like a right tradition. Some traditions I can live without. So, best case for us to do is... Can I go right to the detention center? Nope, I have to go back to the Frosting Agency. Alright. I have to go all the way back to Wright Anything Agency and then to the detention center because I don't know how to get from where I'm at to the detention center from there. Of course. Makes more sense. Anyway, the background looks a little bit more detailed here than the last games. I'm sorry. Meeting hours for the day are all done. But we still have 3 minutes! I'll put in your request, but don't expect anything. Father's talking in the private room with him. The father? You mean like a priest? I mean the suspect's father, Mr. Winfred Big Wins Kitaki, himself. Not someone I care to... Die. You're the one on your way out, old... Ooh. Ah, they're here. Whoa! This guy radiates power. Power with a cute apron? You, Aki's lawyer? Yes, sir. Well, I'm Big Wins Kitaki, 4th head of the Kitaki family. Capiche? Actually, I came to speak to your son. Mr. Justice. Yes? My son's innocent. He killed no one. If he were found guilty, it wouldn't be good. Capiche? Yes, I'm all about capising. Capiche loud and clear. You gotta do more than just understand to make it. You'll learn, though. Even if the lesson comes at the end of your short life. I don't feel so good. What's the big idea, old man? You can't treat me like a kid no more, not now. You know, I wanted to go to the clink. I like it here. You must be walkie? The G's not a G till he does hard time, Basui. You'll see when I get out of here, things will change. Silence! My apologies, Mr. Justice. He is usually such a nice boy. Forgive me if I have a hard time believing that. Ha! You can't take me under your wing this time, old man. You heard me. I don't need no trial. I did it. I think that's enough for today, Mr. Justice. Don't let me down tomorrow. Okay, so we're not going to have a chance to talk with him. Sure. So much for talking to our client. Yeah, thanks, Apollo. God damn it. Anyway. But we made so much progress today. We even found my panties. I had fun at least. Of course, the biggest mystery of all remains. How am I supposed to build a case for the trial? Oh, almost forgot. It's time for my show. Tonight I'm performing at the Wonder Bar. You should come and check it out. To be continued. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is officially the first part done. And yes, it did take us a little bit closer to 2 hours with my break involved. I do apologize for that. Nope. I want to put that in slot 2. Alrighty. So, we're going to save because I also saw we have this screen now. So, yet again, since I just took a break about an hour ago, I'm going to do this again now. We're going to have a little quick intermission. And when we come back, part 2 of Turnabout Corner. First half of the trial. Alrighty. We will be right back. Taking a little break, and then we'll be back soon. I'm back. So, I had a bit of a situation happen IRL that I went to go and try to resolve, but unfortunately now the situation has escalated. I do apologize. I am unfortunately going to have to suspend the stream for the night, and I made sure that we put everything in a separate save file, but due to some circumstances a little beyond my control, I'm going to have to suspend the stream for the night, so I do apologize. I am taking the game back to the regular game menu, and we're going to continue this episode, I guess. We're going to have to do that probably on Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday. As much as I don't like it, we're going to have a bonus Friday stream just to play catch-up and make sure that we get the Serenade taken care of. So, with that said, schedule for the rest of this week. On Thursday, we're going to finish episode 2, and then hopefully, depending upon if time allows, we're going to start Turnabout Serenade as best as we can. Of which we will get finished and done and over with on Saturday. So I do apologize, everybody, for me having to cut. Again, circumstances happen beyond my control, but I do want to thank you very much, of course, for watching. That is going to be it for the stream, sadly. On behalf of myself, Ben the Millennium, and everyone else at the Metro Realm, I do want to thank you very much, of course, for watching. And I'm going to go and take a quick little check to see who is live. Maybe see if we can follow up with some people and get a raid on. Yes, alright. So, once again, thank you very much once again to Lord Navasa for the follow before the stream. And thank you very much as well for lurking in the chat as well. Again, due to some technical issues, this stream is being cut short, and we will start again on Thursday. Uploads for streams last week, February 9th, 10th, and 11th, will be posted as soon as they are ready on DMA VODs. Streams from this week will be published to the DMA VODs channel on YouTube sometime next week on or before February 26th. I have a very specific person that I think I still have time to raid for. So we are going to issue a raid command for none other than the 8-bit drummer. The 8-bit drummer, he does a lot of music and drums and whatnot, and he might often play some music that you are very familiar with. Again, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next adventure.